Hey guys, how's it going? Today I'm going to teach you how to use the macros inside of Massive. It's going to be the same if you have Ableton Live, if you use Fruity Loops, whatever. As long as you have Massive, it's going to be the same to use the macros. Basically, what the macros do is they control, you sync it to a different setting inside of Massive, and when you fluctuate the knob, raise it up or down, it changes different variations inside of the sound. So this is a basic dubstep sound I made, and I used 8 different knobs. You don't have to use 8 different knobs. I was just trying to show individually what they do and how they affect the sound. You can use one knob for multiple settings, but I'm going to teach you and show you how to use them properly. Okay, so for number 1, I used the rate, which affects the top part of the sound, which is in filter 1. So what you do is you click LFO5 and you turn the rate all the way down. Teacher show you to do it. Click the compass or plus sign, drag it in there, and what you would do is start off like that, drag your mouse up, and now the sound will play. And what I called it rate because this is the rate of the wave. As you drag and click this knob up, the fluctuation of the waveform gets faster and faster. Now what you can do is you can just press the note like on your keyboard or whatever you have and pull this up. So you see, as you drag the rate up, it goes faster. Now that macro controls the rate. For number 2, I did the gain. So I have the gain all the way up, which is affecting this filter, and it just makes it sound thicker. This is it without it. And as I drag it up, it gets a little thicker. A little more just background effect and bass sound. So if I turn that up, it gets thicker sound as long as I bring it faster. For macro number 3, what I did, I put it on the phaser. So what I did was this: I synced it to the phaser, dragged it all the way up, and now I have an effect on this. So when I press the note and when I drag this up, it glitches the sound to phase everything all together. So listen. So you can control each of these, put them into tracks and automate them, just have them go up and down, fluctuate, and just make the sound really cool. For number 4, what I did was I automated the curve and how the waveform plays. So what I did was drag it on it here, drag it all the way up, and drag down. So now what happens is this: when the note's all the way down, it's playing off of this one, and when I have the note all the way up, it's playing off of that. So listen to the difference. So that's a really cool different thing. You can mess with the sounds, put different waveforms in there. But for example, I did that. For number 5, I called it FX1. You could manually type in the names, whatever you want to call them. I put a dimension expander, which widens the sound. I lowered the dry wet and the size a little bit, and then just drew in a little spot where the macro goes. So depending on, if I cut that off, lowers the dimension, the size of the sound completely. This makes it basically wider as I drag it up. This gives it more like an environment kind of sound. For number 6, macro number 6, I put it on the hard clipper and the drive. I lowered the drive all the way down. Or sorry, not the drive. I put it on the cutoff and the dash. And what I did was I dragged it up a little bit, and basically it affects the filter. So when you hold and press a note, it gives it more a completely thicker sound, more life. So basically all the knobs control the different panels throughout the whole sound, and when you raise and drop, it creates variations and stuff. For macro number 7, I put it on the dry wet over here, which affects how much is actually going to be clipped along or with the effect, and 8 also controls that. It controls the drive. So as I play, that's basically without using it. So now when I turn that up, it just makes it like more of a growl. Really sick sound I have. You could just mess with the knobs and really cool sound, really cool ways to use the macros. And basically you can sync them whatever you want, and it just differentiates sounds throughout the sound that you make. And what I'm also going to be doing, I'm going to put this sound that I made inside the tutorial for free download, so you guys can use it and mess around with it. Any more suggestions, comments, leave them. Feel free, and I appreciate it. Alright guys.